Aotearoa, welcome to Thursday's Economy Watch, where we follow the economic events and trends that affect Aotearoa. I'm David Chaston, and this is the international edition from interest.co.nz, and today we lead with news that as tariffs kick in, the US gets higher prices and lower activity. The White House is signalling it wants to pull back from its bluster, although China has yet to respond. But first, in the US, mortgage applications fell sharply last week to be just 6% above the week a year ago. Benchmark interest rates rose, which seems to have choked off new purchase borrowers and refinance borrowers. Sales of new single-family homes rose 6% in March from a year ago at a seasonally adjusted annualised rate of 724,000, and the highest in 6 months, and much better than market expectations of 680,000 homes. But to be fair, this latest level is still within the range it has been for the past 27 months. They still have unsold inventories of over 8 months of sales at the current rate, which is a lot for builders to carry. The latest US Treasury bond auction for the key 5-year note was well supported, but delivered a yield of 3.93%, down from 4.04% at the prior equivalent event a month ago. This is the maturity that foreign institutions prefer, so it's a good indicator of foreign support of US debt instruments. More than a quarter of all US Treasury debt is owned by foreigners, more than a third in the 2 to 5 year maturities. If we see a pullback, it'll be in these auctions and evidenced by rising yields. The S&P market US manufacturing PMI rose marginally in April from March to a small expansion, better than the market expectations of a small contraction. Although growth was modest, this marked the 4th consecutive month of expansion in factory activity. Meanwhile, the equivalent services PMI fell sharply to a 2-month low. There are warning signs here. Prices charged for goods and services rose in the latest month at the fastest pace for 13 months, increasing especially steeply in manufacturing, where the rate of inflation hit a 29-month high, but also picking up further pace in services, where the rate of inflation struck a 7-month high. More generally, sentiment fell amongst the surveyed companies. The US Fed's April Beige Book is out, and it is picking up similar themes: lower sentiment, stuttering demand, and rising prices. They are more muted in the Beige Book surveys, but they're still being noted there. There were flash PMIs out for other countries overnight too. The EU factory PMI contracted its least in 27 months, but their services PMI retreated a bit more. In India, both of their PMIs stayed very expansionary. In Japan, there was a return to growth in April. In Australia, the new order components are rising, but most other aspects are not. Election uncertainty may be playing a role here. In China, they said they will issue 1.3 trillion yuan in ultra-long-term special government bonds starting today. Some of that liquidity will be used to fund consumption incentives as they try to speed their shift away from export dependency. And coal prices hit a 4-year low yesterday as warm autumn weather in Asia and lower industrial demand is being swamped by higher output. Prices are now back to where they were in 2016. Rising supply and stunted demand is having the same impact on oil. Global financial stability regulators are increasingly worried about the resilience of the financial sector and have issued a warning about the consequences of dodgy and capricious public policy. The US Treasury 10-year yield is now at 4.38%, down 2 basis points from this time yesterday. And the price of gold will start today at $3,282 an ounce, down $116 from yesterday. And oil prices have fallen $2.50. It should be down just over $61.50 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is now down to $65.50 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is now at 59.6 US cents, down another 20 basis points from yesterday at this time. Against the Aussie, we're down 10 basis points at 93.6 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're up 30 basis points at just on 52.6 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today at just on 68 and unchanged from yesterday. And the Bitcoin price starts today at $93,933 and up 2.7% from yesterday at this time. Volatility over the past 24 hours has again been modest though, at plus or minus 1.8%. You can find links to the articles mentioned today in our show notes, and you can get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and because tomorrow is Anzac Day, we'll do this again on Monday.